What's up? Hope everybody's doing good. Thanks for being here. It's Sunday, y'all. Hi, Paula. How
Sunday,
are you?
Sunday. Good morning. I'm Peachy
Now,
Keen Jelly Bean.
Eric is not going to be here. That rotten bastard. I mean, that dude is at the Keys. He's enjoying Key West, Florida.
Stop it.
Yeah, so this is his annual, him and his wife's annual trip. So that dude is
Right? Just say it. Say it.
that rotten bastard.
That
No,
rotten.
him and his wife are enjoying some much needed time there in the Keys. So he's there hanging out and doing that kind of stuff. So he will not
I'm
be with
sure.
us today. He's like, I'm not going to be here. And of course, yesterday I didn't do anything because it was my wife's birthday and I wanted to kind of just focus on her. We had a great day. It was a lot of fun.
That's awesome.
So, but yeah, it was nice. We did enough, but we didn't do so much that we were like crazy.
Right?
So she was like, it was really nice. It was relaxing. It was easy. I told you I had a housekeeper come and clean the house for her. That's one thing
That's
she
so
wanted to get
cool.
done.
I need someone to do that for me.
And she come in and she's like, oh, it looks so nice. Like she just came home and Friday she'd worked like 80 hours last week. And she came home. She's like, I'm so tired. And she walked in. She goes, and the house looks so good. Like I don't have to
Nice.
do anything this weekend. Yay.
That's
So,
awesome.
but we went out and had a really, really cool dinner, really nice dinner. And just kicked back and relaxed and took it easy. And then she went to bed and I came up here and hung out on the computer and streamed for a little bit. So,
Nice. I missed it. I don't know. Were you on your channel or on Tiger's?
no, we were on Tigers. It was kind of,
Oh, okay.
we were doing tech support until like 2:30 or 3 o'clock. And he's like, well, do you want to talk about this? And I was like, yeah, sure. Let's do it.
Fun.
So we streamed until about 6:30 and I went for a run, grabbed something to eat and came back on and streamed again.
Nice.
So what's up, Begotten, AZ, Deslogic, Red Silver, Jackalope? Thank you all for being channel members. Appreciate you so much. Thanks for everybody coming in today. Darren Ottman, it's good to see you again. Jackalope, good to see you again. These guys are like, do you ever sleep? Like,
Right?
yes. Yesterday, you know how you get those days that are just high energy,
Mm-hmm.
and you're kind of like, I couldn't wind down. I'm starting to wind down now, but I'll be taking a really good nap later. What are your plans? What did you do this weekend? Anything fun?
Not a thing. I didn't do a thing. Like I said, we had like a 4-hour meeting yesterday, and then we're gonna have another one today, and that was about it. Got the email folder all cleaned out, and that's it.
Live coin Q&A's busy. If you guys didn't already know that.
We're taking a break.
What's going on, Dan? How are you doing, brother?
Taking a Christmas vacay.
That's actually, you know what? It's actually good. You guys need some downtime. You and Amanda are always just go, 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 go. And then Sean's got all his whatnot and stuff going. So you guys are just inundated all the time.
Yeah, we need to do a little revamping of the channel and freshen it up. And it sounds like I'm in the restroom. I'm not. Hello?
Hold on. Let me turn down my sound. Go ahead and talk and see if that's any better.
Hello? Let's see. Front camera, video resolution, audio. Echo cancellation, noise suppression. What is noise suppression? Reduce background noises during the stream.
Yeah, you can turn that on. That's fine.
Yeah. I don't know. Let me check
mine. Both of mine are on, so you shouldn't be. Well, you might be getting it through.
Logic said better.
Okay, I turned my the speaker that's in front of me down.
Good morning, Farm Dog.
Hey, what's up, brother? Long time no see. How you doing?
Friend.
Hey, Gatita, good to see you again. Some of these people were in Tiger Stream earlier. So today I want to talk about kind of just, it's Sunday's chit chat, just kind of loose, no really key topic, but there is one thing I want to talk about. Something that happened. I invited 2 guests up, and right as at this point, I don't see either one of them. One of them probably fell asleep because we streamed all freaking night long. But the other one's actually in Houston, and he's visiting his grandkids. And that's Ray. So Ringmaster Ray is in Houston. And he's
I know that guy. He grabbed my butt.
I would not do that.
You're welcome.
But the reason I was going to have them up is, so we have a really cool community. We see each other all the time. And one of the things that I got to experience within my first 5 months was Tulsa. And I got to meet a lot of really cool people. I got to sit down and talk with people, really get to know what's going on, go have lunch with Ringmaster Ray. I got to have dinner with Blue Ridge and his wife, Seeker and his wife, Ida, Coin Crew, Miss Coin Crew, Paula, Shay. So many other people were there.
There's Ray.
Hey, what's going on, Ray? How you doing? I sent you the link. Come on up if you can. If you can't, I get it. You can stay in chat. But one thing happened the other day, and Tiger and I were talking, and he's like, well, I'm on my way to the airport. I got to see if I left my bag. And I was like, oh, okay. You okay? How far is the thing? And he's like, well, Lubbock's only like an hour and a half away. And I was like, hold on. Lubbock? He's like, yeah. I'm like, Ringmaster Ray lives in Lubbock. And he's like, really? And I'm like, well, let me give you his number. I'll call him and get a hold of him. And they were able to connect. So what I wanted to talk about kind of a little bit today is, as you guys chat, so there are some people we kind of know where they're at. Like if you see Jack Gallman, he lives in Marion, North Carolina. Right? But if you're going, there's no link in the email. That was the entire purpose of the email. There's nothing but the link. Hold on. Let me fix that.
Check your spam folder.
Yeah, it could go in spam. It's just weird because that was the one person or the one purpose for sending that file. Let me see. Sent. Well, what the hell? Oh, it says it stripped it. Hold on.
It stripped it.
It stripped it. Okay, try it again. See if that goes through. It said Gmail had removed this link. So I wonder if there was something that I did with it. It was funky. I might have included something else, maybe a at sign or something, and maybe thought it was additional code or something, stripped it out of there. So try that. Let's see if that works. But I just got the email, no link. The new one? I just sent the link. Are you kidding me?
No, I think that, wait, did he just put that up there? I don't know.
I just sent, it's there. Yeah, there you go. Okay. There's Cheesy.
There he is.
What's up, brother?
Trouble.
What's up, guys?
Tiger's like, you did send me the link.
Same thing.
Try the new email. Yeah, I don't know why it stripped I don't know why it stripped it out of there. But anyway, what I was saying, good morning, by the way.
Good morning.
How are the grandkids?
They're awesome.
Awesome.
It was so fun. My itty bitty, my youngest is how old is
what's his name?
She's about
25?
No. She's about 2 weeks old now?
What's her name?
Oh,
What's her name?
A month old now. Month and a day.
Oh, a baby.
What's her name?
Baby, yeah.
Oh, Stop it.
What's her name?
It's so much fun.
What's her name?
Olivia.
There you go.
Oh, I love that.
What's up, Tiger?
Hey there.
You there?
I'm here just trying to figure out how to work this format.
There's one of my granddaughters.
Hello.
Hola, how you doing?
She's the pretty one.
Wow, not even gonna.
Good girl.
That's my daughter. That's not fair.
Oh,
I was like, I know
Pretty
her.
girls.
Yeah, I invaded their room. This is where I slept last night, and so
yeah,
They're
he
in
made
here.
us sleep on the couch.
I didn't make it swear.
Nice.
Well, the reason I wanted to have them up is they got a video. Tiger's got a video that he's going to be releasing, but I wanted to talk about community. There's a lot of stuff going on in the world right now that is pretty tense. I look like a ghost right now. I need to try to figure out what's going on. There's a lot of stuff in the world right now that's pretty tense. And we have so many great and amazing people in this community. And we often travel and go do stuff. And hey, Tiger, when I found out that Tiger was going to Lubbock, I was like, hey, Ray's there. And I was like, so hold on just a sec. Let me get a hold of him. And I was able to connect these two. And they were able to meet. And you guys went to dinner. And then you guys connected again, right? Like a week
Yeah.
later?
Mhm.
Yeah, several times.
So the reason that I wanted to talk to you guys is it's like, we have the opportunity. Now I've got Freaking Awesome lives very close to me. Teacher lives very close to me. I've had a couple of people that have come into town. We've met, done some stuff. But it's fun to gather in groups like this, but you really learn about people when you sit down and you talk with them. So if you guys don't mind, Ray and Tiger, you want to talk a little bit about your guys's, because you guys had never met before.
No, we had never met in person before.
That's
So-
not true.
Hey, Wolf, Star Daddy, how you guys doing? Thanks so much for coming in.
2 or 3
We don't need the
lifetimes
intimate.
ago.
We don't need the intimate details. We don't need those. Leave those out.
Yeah,
2 or 3 lifetimes ago, we met in Babylon.
Yeah, he was my twin brother back in Babylon.
Huh.
Well, so just talk a little bit about, because again, you guys already knew each other from the streams. You guys knew each other. You guys have been Ida's. He's been to your channel. You've been to his
Right.
channel. You guys have both been to mine. You guys have both been to Lifecoin Q&A. There's so many channels you guys have been to together to kind of get to know who they are. But talk to me about the gathering, what you guys did, what the kind of conversation was, and kind of what stemmed from that. Because what I want people to kind of understand is we have a relationship of chit chat. But when you get to sit down with somebody, like when you and I sat down and we went to sushi in Tulsa,
Right.
there was a lot that I learned about Ray and got to meet with his son and talk with his son and do some stuff that I got to really get to know somebody. And sometimes we don't necessarily get to know people unless we have the opportunity to meet with them. So if you'll do me a favor, just kind of talk about your guys' experience and what happened, because I would like, and I hear more people doing this in the community, I would like to see us start engaging, finding shows and stuff that are close and collaborating and starting to do stuff. I'm going to talk about some shows that are coming up, and I'm going to make a call for people who live in the general area to get together. So let's kind of chat about that, and then we'll hit the next part. So Ray, Tiger, it's all yours.
Well, awesome. Well, I got the call from you, or a text from you, or either one. I can't remember if it was a call or text, but that he was going to be in town and to hook up with me, and gave you my number to give to him. And he got into town, and so we got together and went out to dinner and just basically got to get to know each other. It was a lot of fun. it's a little different just meeting someone that you've never met before, you don't know, or anything else. But our community, we have the same I can't say it, camaraderie.
Camaraderie ship.
Yes, all of us enjoying coins, um, and the history of them and everything else. So it makes it so much easier. I mean, we got something to talk about, and so that's it. It opens the door for everything else for a deeper relationship. Just to talk about more personal stuff, getting to really know each other, really finding out from Tiger, being a vet himself, uh, uh, from Desert Storm, which I didn't know prior to all of that, which was pretty cool because we know that all four of us here on the panel are, and so we have that in common also, which made it really neat. And so then getting to talk about coins. But the other thing we got to really talk about a lot was our channels and how we do things, and how we try to make them grow, and really kind of sharing ideas, about what our goals are, what do we dream about, what do we think about, uh, you know about what we want to do in life, after our jobs, after our career's over, what do we want to do then, you know and I think building these deeper friendships and relationships opens up a huge door for that. And how blessed I have felt, like when I've gone to Tulsa twice, how blessed I have felt being able to be with my friends, not just see them on a computer screen, but being able to hug them, talk to them, hang out with them.
Right.
And even in this situation where I got to hang out with Tiger, it was just like instant brotherhood, and instant friendship, and it was just so amazing. So I'm gonna let him talk, so I don't take all the time.
Well, if you keep keeping me quiet, I'm going to start calling you Frosty. No, but no, I was shocked to realize I was going into your town. Um, I had driven through briefly because I had travel problems and drove through Lubbock, stayed there for a few hours to sleep, went to work for 3 or 4 days over in oh crap, I forget the name of the town in New Mexico. Anyway, so then on my first first of 3 days off, I found out my lost luggage was in Lubbock. I went out there and uh, Frosty would say, "Well, Ray's out there," and so he brought up the idea. I thought, well, that's kind of neat. I can have my very first, first encounter of the third kind over from the YouTube world. So we talked. I told you I was coming in town, and I picked up my luggage, and then we went to dinner. Uh, uh, you have a very good habit of picking out really nice restaurants. So we had a good time. I enjoyed every bit of that meal. Um, I was pleasantly shocked when you suggested we say grace. I haven't said grace in a long time. I am a Christian, but I'm just not as good as what I should be. Um, we did talk a lot. Slight correction. During my time in the military, it was Army Guard and Reserve. At the time, I was Pennsylvania National Guard holding a flight surgeon position in the 104th Cavalry Unit. And my unit never got called. It was during the time of Desert Shield and Storm. And I was a little shocked to I was a little scared. I should know the correct word is. I was a little scared because I knew just enough medicine to kill someone at the time. Um, I was in my intern year, had a whole bunch of book smarts and not a lot of experience. So technically a vet, but my unit never got called. And then there was discussion in the rules and regulations of the Army that doctors shouldn't be called until they're 50% or more done with their training program. My unit was a little miffed off about that, but especially the old man. But it was like, it was a moot point because we never got called. But I would have gone, but I would have been asking for a whole lot of help if I would have been out there in the real world with real bullets flying, trying to take care of our guys. But thank you very much for saying all that.
Well, you're welcome. Well, and there's always a good corpsman there or a medic. You would probably been assigned with a good Army medic, and you'd be surprised what they know and never have gone to medical school. What they can teach you.
I know that for a fact because my unit had a bunch of good medics, but I also had a very seasoned physician's assistant.
Yes. Yep.
And he was I learned a lot from him. Actually, to be honest with you, he was probably the best physician extender I ever met.
Mm-hmm.
Highly intelligent, and we had a great time together. And oh my goodness, the shenanigans that they kept me out of.
So I want to, you guys both said something recently, and there's something that I want to point out. Paul is being very quiet, but there's something I want to point out to everybody in chat. And that's that there's only a couple of us who really, we may have thought about it, but actually put two and two together. All four of us on panel are involved in the medical field. Yep. And so we find that the more that we communicate, the more we actually talk and actually kind of invest in each other and take time and really kind of dig into the relationship and get to know people. Paula, you want to talk a little bit about your medical background?
Nope.
Smart ass.
She's getting coffee right now.
There's really not much
Paula?
to say. I mean,
Well,
hey.
You were Air Force?
I was Air Force. I was a medic in the Air Force and headed off to PA school and got hurt. So never made it to PA school. Yeah.
Matt's not a doctor, but he did stay at a Holiday Inn Express.
The great thing about I wish somebody would change. It's a great thing for people in the military. You get to do a whole lot more as a medic in the military than you do in the civilian world. And I wish that they would have more crossover because medics in the military, I don't know how it is in I imagine the other branches too, but in the Air Force, we could easily cross over to RNs, no problem, and beyond.
Yep.
But we get to do a lot more as medics than we would ever be able to do in the civilian world.
Well, yeah, because you have IDMTs, and it's just like the corpsmen.
Things that RNs can't do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, exactly.
Yeah, because you have the IDMT and then you have the corpsmen, and they both are basically like low-grade docs. But what's cool about this is that in talking with stuff, now I knew Ray had that background. I obviously knew Tiger had that background. But when you get people together, it's like, I wonder how quickly it'll turn to military, and I wonder how quickly it'll turn to medical. Because I know stuff about these two, but they didn't. So I told Tiger, it's like, I want to, tell me a little bit about what you guys talked about and stuff like that, because I'm about relationships and I'm about networks, right? So I like growing.
That's how IDMTs are to me.
Yeah,
sorry.
Exactly. Well, no, yeah, it's Again, it's one of
it's independent med tech in the Air Force.
yeah.
Yep.
Same basic job. Depending upon where
Yeah.
you're stationed, some have more permissions than others, but same basic role.
Because that's
Um,
what I wanted. IEC.
So me was SAR. Me worked in search and rescue, right? So he was an airman. He worked on with the, I mean, he was on a ship, but he was basically an airman. But again, so we look at the different things that people do, and we kind of find this brotherhood. And I say this all the time, that within the military we have esprit de corps, right? The joining of people who have been in the service, and there's kind of this brotherhood, there's camaraderie. But we also find the more that we talk, the more that we come through, and we communicate with each other while doing our hobbies, whether it be coin collecting, whether it be numismatics, like digging into the semi-numismatics, or whether it be stacking. Ray loves to do metal detecting. There's tons of people in here who love to do the metal detecting. We got people in here who do silver or copper pouring. There's people in here who are good at metallurgy, and they like to extract stuff from the various computer parts and stuff. And there's so many people that have so many different types of hobbies. And the only way we really get to understand how those things happen is by communicating. And one thing that I really want to kind of press home is that in this world right now, in this nation that we live in, we are in a climate of disgruntled belittlement instead of just common standard communication. Even within our group, this happens from time to time. Now, it's normal to storm and then norm and then perform, right? You got that standard flow. However, if we don't talk and we don't get to know each other, and all we do is we just kind of mingle back and forth in this little whatever, we never really get to understand various things about people. And the people that are on panel with me right now, I've all had individual contact with, and I know quite a bit about each one of them. But I've had the opportunity to connect other people in this community with each other. Now, not too long ago, me sent me a message. That sounds really weird, but YouTube me, the guy here in chat. I'm he's me. We always do this to be confusing. And he told me, I'm going to be in your area. And he came by. He actually got to come to Frostbyte Studios, which is not really a studio. And we get to hang out. We talked. And even though we have talked a lot, we still got to learn more about each other. But every time you get to connect with somebody like that, there's a little bit more in the building of our community. And I don't know about you guys and gals, but our world needs much more of this. So I'm going to do, I can teach Disney. Oh God, I don't know. But there's a lot of people in this world who need a lot of what we have. The friendships, the relationships, the ability to cross between the hobbies that we have, the different aspects of it. And we only get to meet these people because of what we do here on social media. But we can take it so much farther than that. We can come together, we can find things. We can find coin shows and we can meet up. Now, I'm guilty of this because I live really close to freaking Awesome, who's just in here. And him and I, every once in a while, will get together and have lunch. But I don't get together with teacher as much as I should. Hey, teacher, how you doing, brother? Good to see you. There are people who live close by here. Now, Shay lives an hour north of me. I have never met up with Shay. It's a travesty. Shay is a great guy. I should be coordinating, scheduling time to meet with him, to go to coin shows with him, to meet him at coin stuff, to talk with him. I'm this close and I haven't done it. So I'm going to make an attempt. So here's what I'm asking people to do. And again, we're going to talk about whatever we want to as soon as this is done, but I'm going to make a call to the community. If you live in or around the southern Texas area, I want you to do ! email, and I want to either find a coin show or a time to get together and start meeting my friends. I want to start meeting the people that come and listen to what we say week after week. I want to start having conversations. I don't know if SkyQuest is in here. If SkyQuest is in here, SkyQuest came and we had some great time, and him and Bifrost and I went and hung out for a day and just got to talk and do some really cool things. We got to meet together, and we had teacher and teacher and freaking awesome and myself and SkyQuest get together. We had dinner. They actually talked about one of the videos that I did on Renfield. Actually, it was one of my best videos. It all was created in a group of people coming together, coming up with ideas on what other people might like to know about. So if you live in or around the South Texas area, I want you to put in chat ! email, and I want you to reach out to me. Me's going to be in North Carolina tomorrow. Is Jack here? How far are you going to be from Marion? Like, these are the opportunities for us to meet people. Tiger, I know you're not here. I know where you live. I know where you're at. So, but again, what I want to do is I want to be a man of action. So I want to start connecting not only myself, but I want to start connecting people in this community, and let's do something about the situation we're in our nation. I want growth to happen here. We have some great relationships in our community, and we as a community can grow our nation. We can show people what it's like to come along together and have agreements and disagreements. We had two people who had never met each other, and simply because I happened to know they were going to be close to each other, I was able to connect people, and they've had a couple interactions. They've had a couple times. Ray took him to a coin shop. He bought a freaking badass BU freaking seated quarter that I swear he needs to send to me for validation and verification of authenticity.
Well, did you get your CC Morgan?
Say again?
Did you get your birthday gift, the CC Morgan?
Mine? No, he hasn't sent it yet.
Darn.
No, but again, these things, like, these are things that we get the opportunity to share. And the only way we do it is through communication. Now, we got a lot of amazing people in here, right? I look at 949. 949 and my first interaction with 949 was a misunderstanding. He said something in chat, and I picked up on it. I honed on it because I wanted to continue the conversation. He's like, "Why are you yelling at me?" And I was like, "Oh no, I wasn't yelling at you." And we had a conversation afterwards, and we were able to understand that it was just a conversation, and that I spoke to him kind of in a bad way. It wasn't negative. There was no intent. But now 949, we see each other. It's always like, "Hey, how you doing? What's going on? How you been?" And now him and I get along very, very well. Now, I would love to actually meet up with 949 and talk with them and do stuff like that. So again, if you're ever in the area, I want people to connect, because you are buffering like crazy. Well, but again, these are, "Hey, sir, how you doing?" I want to build relationship. And again, Tiger and I just streamed for 2.5 hours about the stuff that's going on with Russia and Ukraine, and some of the stuff that's going on in the turmoil, and how close our nation, how close our nation is to some pretty tumultuous time. We live in a situation where we're divided, where we have people who argue with each other over things we don't even really understand why we're arguing about. I said this in Tiger Stream this morning. If you were there, you heard this. But if not, there's a story about the Christmas ham. And a young girl's putting a ham in. She cuts the ends off the ham and sticks it in a pan. She sticks it in the oven and she looks at her mom and she goes, do you know why we cut? What is it about cutting off the edges of the ham? What is it about that? And she's like, I don't know. Hold on. Hey, Mom. Yeah. Why do we cut off the edges of the ham? She goes, I don't know. My mom always did it. Hold on just a minute. She called her mom and she's like, hello. Like, Mom, why did we cut the edges of the ham off? She's like, well, I don't know why the hell you did it, but I did it because our oven was too small. The ham wouldn't fit. A lot of people laugh and they're like, oh, that's funny. But the problem is in a society right now, we are fighting about things like race and stuff like that, that we have no idea why we're arguing about it just because other people have before us or because people tell us that there's a problem with it. Yep. Tiger and I were talking about, when we grow up, like, good God, growing up in the 70s and 80s, I would sit down with friends of all types and we would watch shows that you could never watch now, AKA Blazing Saddles. You could never watch that now with all the stuff that's going on. But we used to sit around and laugh, and it was mutually understood that this was
or All in the Family.
Yeah, there's so many. All in the Family was terrible. There's so many of those things.
They wouldn't get it. They just wouldn't get it because All in the Family was very racist.
Oh, really racist.
They were doing it backwards, saying racism was wrong by making fun of Archie Bunker.
Well, but the thing,
about all of the homophobes.
Sammy Davis even went on there.
Oh yeah.
So the one thing about this, I just got a really cool message from Jack Young, by the way. Is nickel stacking in here? If nickel stacking, or not nickel stacking, excuse me,
Jack this week.
Dirty water coins. If dirty water is in here. Dirty Water sent me something and I posted a picture.
Are you looking at his fake Ikes?
Yeah.
Yep.
He sent me one. So I posted a picture and he's like, I want to look at this. But
yeah, just
anyway,
just looked at those in the email last night.
These discussions, Ronald Stewart, I'm glad you're out of the hospital. You're doing well. I hope you're okay, bud. I'll reach out to you later and make sure that everything is okay, but thanks for coming in. Yeah, Roxzilla just watched Blazing Saddles last night. But here's the thing. I used to sit around, I had friends of all colors, all nationalities, and race was never something that we thought about. It wasn't an issue, and it's becoming more and more and more of a topic. I was talking about Morgan Freeman. Morgan Freeman in a conversation said, you want to stop this? Quit talking about it. You guys are perpetuating this, right? And what we have the opportunity as a group to do is perpetuate something that you see in tons and tons of streams. I've seen it posted in Ray's. I've seen it posted in Tiger's. I've seen it posted in Livecoin. You've seen it posted in mine. I've seen it posted in a bunch of others, and that's hashtag kindness.
Yep.
Hashtag kindness. This community is really good about reaching out and doing stuff for people. Now, everywhere you go, there's going to be an opportunity for people to take advantage of that. But yeah, it's ICERC in the other chat says, as cliche as it sounds, the reality is people need to turn off the TV, which is the root of most of our negativity. That's true. But you know what we need to do? We need to get out from behind these screens. Now, these screens are nice. They're beneficial. They help us to communicate. They help us to establish it. But we need to sit down and meet our friends. We need to sit down and talk and learn a little bit about each other. Because as we do this kind of stuff, we start to understand something. I'm doing a video series about a set that this guy down here really enjoys. Now, I haven't seen him, but I happen to know from this guy, I met a guy named Ashes. And I also know that Ashes likes to collect
Ashes,
this.
I know that guy.
Yeah, we all fall down.
A little bit. I just know him a little bit.
But again, then talking with Ashes, what is he? He's a first responder, right? Again, one of my favorite types of people who go out to really take care of others, right? They really have a heart to help other people. So why do I do this? Why do I do numismatics? Why do I have a channel? Well, it's because I enjoy giving people information and helping people. Why am I connected? And I always do this backwards because my camera's backwards. Why do I connect with this lady? Because she's one of the smartest ladies I know when it comes to numismatists.
Oh, that depends on who you ask.
Well, but again, here's the thing. Okay. There's going to be, hey, Scrimrish, how you doing? Katita just gifted Steve looking for membership. Thank you so much, Katita. That's awesome. I appreciate you.
I'm very bitter over my years on YouTube. Very skeptical and bitter.
But here's the thing. That's going to happen from time to time. And there's a song. Yeah, there's a song and a Bible verse that both say, "There is a season, turn." Right? People come into your life for a season. Sometimes they come in, they stay longer than others. Sometimes it's very short. But here's the thing. Today, when Tiger and I were talking, I asked a question, and I'm going to ask the same question of the 35 or 40 people that are floating around in chat. And I'm going to ask you to do me a favor. Please put something in and be honest about it. If you guys could say one thing, one word, one action that we could do as a people. I don't care if you're watching from Canada, Mexico. I don't care if you're watching from England. I don't care if you're watching from Germany. I don't care if you're watching from Indonesia, Poland, Thailand, the Philippines, Hong Kong, Singapore. I don't care where you're watching from. If there is one thing in this world that we can do to better ourselves as humans, what would it be? What would it be? And I'm going to ask you, please, put something in chat. Because what I want to do is I want to see how many of us will have the same general idea. And it stems from kindness. Eric Math, listening, understand. Azure Blue, be grateful for the things you have in your life. The things you take for granted, somebody else is praying for. Absolutely. Azure Blue, spot on. 949, listening. Nanostacks, understanding. Thomas. Everyone view as an individual, right? But here's the thing. And Tiger is like RESPECT, right? Again, come on, keep them coming, please. Okay. The reason that I'm asking this question is because we all are like, oh my God, there's so much wrong with the government. Oh my God, there's so many people that just aren't doing this. Oh my God, but you know what? We all here have the opportunity to do something amazing. And that is to collaborate and complete friendships. Strider, okay? Indonesia. I just said Indonesia a minute ago, right? We got people from all over the globe that come in here. They want to learn about coins. They want to learn about stacking. They want to learn about what you do. You have coins, or you have collections, or you have things. Faith, Red Silver, great one. Scrimfresh, Schemerish, whatever his name is. Treat everybody the same way. You're going to have to break that down phonetically. We have the opportunity to grow within our community. Ida says the best of the best coin community. But you know what? We're more than a coin community. We have brothers and sisters in arms. Hey, look at that. Look at that. How perfect is that? Best of the best coin community. But we're more than coins. We're stackers. We're collectors. We're moms. We're dads. We're uncles. We're aunts. I'm not Indonesian. What are you, Strider? Malaysian? Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm sorry. Um,
I'm Caucasian.
huh?
I'm Caucasian.
Caca.
That was a crappy joke. He's Malaysian. I'm sorry. Yeah, but again, treat people like you want to be treated. The golden rule, right? There's really simple things, but we're all saying basically the same thing. Now, why am I the coin channel? Why am I talking about this? Because we all together have the opportunity to do something that actually can impact one person's life. There's a great quote, and I can never remember who said it, but she said, I may not be able to change the world, but I might be able to change the world for one person. And if I can do that, that's what I'm going to do. I tell jokes. I tell jokes because one day it impacted somebody and saved somebody's life. I'll never forget that day.
Yeah.
So why do I tell jokes? Why do as a coin channel, why do I tell dad jokes? Because I never know what that might do to somebody's day. Plus, I like to laugh. I like to enjoy it. I want my channel to be fun. But I also want my channel to be impactful. And I surround myself with ladies like Paula. I surround myself with ladies like Amanda. People who know way more than I do in this realm and can teach me and can grow me. Connecting me with people like Jack Young. Connecting me with people like Ray. Connecting me with people like Ida. These are gatekeepers in our community. These are people who work really hard to grow channels and to be friends. And we don't always agree. And you know what? That's okay. We don't always have to agree. But we can talk. We can communicate. And above all, we can be kind. So I wanted to take today, I wanted to talk about community. I wanted to take a minute to talk about these two people getting together just because they were in close proximity to other. They went out of their way to do something nice, and now they got a pretty cool little friendship.
Can I just say one thing that I think people can do in this community that would help a lot?
Yeah.
That would help a lot. That would help a lot of people.
Yes.
Can I take a guess first? Is it putting on a Batman suit?
Well, that was the second thing I was going to say.
A pink unicorn suit.
Yeah. Something like that. I have a piece of advice, and this is coming from personal experience, and maybe I have a little bit of a selfish motivation for saying this. But if you like someone in this community and you appreciate them and you see somebody saying something about them behind their back in somebody else's stream, say something, please. Defend that person if you really care about them. Because it means more. It means more for you to do that than to jump on the bandwagon with other people. And you know, what am I trying to say, Frostbyte? You know what I'm trying to say. It's very hurtful when you are in this community and you think people are your friends and you have to find out the hard way that they are not your friends by hearing them say bad things behind your back or seeing things being said in chat behind your back. That hurts a lot. So I just want to give people, maybe that's a piece of kindness you could offer to somebody. I know it's hard to do that because you don't want to be an outsider, but perhaps that may be a channel that you don't want to be involved in the first place. And yeah, that's all I have to say about that, because it hurts when that happens to you. So imagine how it feels to somebody when it's happening to them.
Anyway.
I can vouch on that for firsthand. One of my first times Frostbyte was on on panel with me. This was quite a few months ago. Someone went off about not liking my channel because I was AI, and Frostbyte hopped in. I didn't even see it. You know, that's kind of classic for me. I'm not very good at moderating my own channel. He jumped in and pretty much put the person politely in his place, saying, "No, that's Tiger's real voice. He just has a computer overlaid." Because my brother-in-law's a very good tech, and we have enjoyed building the Tiger brand, sometimes by using AI, visual AI, and sometimes by humor. In fact, I stopped my brother-in-law because he wanted to have me be total AI. Mainly, I think, because he loves to show off his handiwork. But oh, he's awesome. He's beyond awesome. If you don't believe
He's
me,
very
go see
talented.
some of the
That's
stuff.
fact. Yeah.
Go see
that's
some of
fact.
the stuff that they put on my wife's channel, which is total AI. But I told him, no, that people need to hear the real me. I just don't want to show face. And, that's how Tiger took off, because I didn't want to show my real name or my face.
Mhm.
But my friend Frostbyte politely put the person quickly in their place. I'm like, what did I miss? What, I'm completely confused, because I'm not really good at moderating my own channel. So the only time I was ever really good at it was when I was doing the quiz questions and the giveaways. You have to, because you're asking quiz questions, but
Right.
but basically, I have got to learn how to be a better moderator. But the point of this, and being consistent with what you were saying is, if
Mhm.
friend, be a friend. Don't be a fair weather.
You going to say something,
Yeah,
Ray?
and if you're not, just don't be. Don't pretend to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't let that person think that you're, that you care about them, and let them care about you, and then let them find out the hard way that it wasn't
Well,
true.
Tiger, you got to realize that Frosty doesn't show his real face on screen either. In real life, in real
Oh
life,
my gosh.
in real life, he looks like Fabio, but he dresses up like.
I'm actually good looking in real life. Yeah.
Ew.
That was nice. No, you guys have all seen me. You guys know that's not true. I have tried to make this look good. I have to make do.
You look better when you look like the grandfather from Up.
Yeah.
Now, but I want to touch on something, and Paul and I talked about this before. Again, Tiger and I had a stream where we talked about this earlier today. Hey, Flying Dutchman, good morning. Thanks for coming in. I love that name because I love the ship.
Hey, Mrs. Coin Crew.
Hey, Miss Coin Crew, how you doing? I want to
Good.
key in on something Paula said. Miss Coin Crew said, I stay away from shit channels. I want to tell you guys that this happens in really good channels too. I've been to a number where people have been attacked because they've said something that people didn't agree with. It's really, really easy to jump on the bandwagon. In fact, I've seen it ruin relationships in our community because people were jumped in the middle of a stream when they were trying to do something well. They might have been handling it wrong, or they might not have known how to say it, or maybe they didn't realize that the people that were in that didn't quite understand what they were going on. But I've seen people get eaten alive by people I call friends. It's really easy to be on the judgment of somebody. It's very hard to step back and say, what am I missing? It is very easy to be the judge and jury. It is very hard to sit back and say, how can I be a defendant? How can I look at this from a different lens? How can I show grace in a time like this? And there are people in this chat know exactly what I'm talking about. People in this community I love rip the hell out of somebody else I call a friend. But it's okay. It got worked out because we communicated, we talked. We understood what the barrier was and we worked through it. But it doesn't have to be a shit channel. It doesn't have to be an asshole's channel. They can be good people. There was a study that was done. Some of you have heard about it. It was the lab coat study. And in this lab coat study, there was a gentleman who picked up, he wore a lab coat. He had a paper clip, right? Hi, I'm going to have you do this, and this is what's going to happen. On one end, they had a door, you couldn't see it. You couldn't see on the other side. And they had electrodes. They show the person initially, and then you can't see him anymore. And then there was a voltage meter. They turned it up a little bit, and there was a mark that said danger. And then the last one showed skull and crossbones. And the person who's not a physician, they're not a lab person, they just wearing a lab coat, who are part of this study said, turn it up. And they push it, and they're like, oh. They hear somebody on the other side, oh. Turn it up. Ow. Turn it up. Oh. Turn it up. Screaming, crying. Turn it up. Turn it up. And people would object, but they're like, just keep doing it. Just keep going. Just keep going. Just keep going. Some people, very, very few people stopped. Some people who were really solid, really good, genuine, kind-hearted people took it all the way up. Because when you're in a situation where you have others that you respect, that will say something and you don't want to counter it, people can get damaged. If anybody wants to know the study, let me know. I'll share it with you. You can watch the video. It's disheartening as hell. And I'm talking about this because not because there's bad things in our community, but because there's a lot of love in this community. There's a lot of good people in this community. There's a lot of people who want to see people grow in this community. But sometimes you just need to back off yourself and think about others. And you do that by really establishing good relationships. You do that by talking to people. Morning, Starika. You do that by meeting people when you're close. Now, Paula's had some stuff happen to her recently that really kind of broke her spirit with some of this stuff. And if you guys were in chat and you heard this, address it quietly. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, then don't worry about it. Did I do this because of Paula? No, absolutely not. But I heard about it today and I wanted to talk about it. I know that Tiger, in more than one occasion, has had people say, well, they don't like his channel, they do this. Oh my God, it's stupid. It's like, hey, everybody has to have their niche. This is what they've done. There are people that don't like me. If you don't like me, see ya, enjoy. There's the door. You don't have to be here. There are other channels. I don't even need to be the channel that you come to focus on. I don't need to be that person. I'm here to provide you information. And if I can help you, I can help you. And if I can't, let me give you to somebody who can. Ray has connected me to a ton of people who have helped me in this hobby find things that I didn't know where they were at. I've heard a lot of people say, well, yeah, does Ray sell the stuff he's getting rid of? It's like, yeah, it's a really good thing in the hobby. If you actually want to grow and improve your collection, as you get coins and you want to improve them, or you get one that you can improve, you sell your other ones so that you can get nicer coins. It's a way to get really nice coins for cheap. It's a very smart way of doing it. Once people understood why Ray does some of the things he did, or why Ashes does some of the things he's done, they go, oh, well, that's really smart. That makes perfect sense. But it's real easy to jump at somebody and say that something's wrong just because we don't understand it. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm an idiot. I'm a fool. I'm dumb. I don't get it most of the time. But you know what I've learned? I've learned I'm an idiot. I've learned I'm a fool. And I learned sometimes I need to shut up and just listen to people. I am opinionated. I get passionate. People mistake passion for ignorance and anger and frustration. But I'll tell you what, this lady right here is a passionate friend. She will go to the ends of the earth for you. She will bust her ass and spend countless hours trying to identify your coin for you. If you'll do something nice for her. That is something I haven't been able to do lately, which is take a good freaking coin picture. She's going to laugh at that because she knows exactly what I'm saying.
That's all I ask.
That's all she asked for.
That's
Show
all
me
I
good
ask.
pictures, right?
That's all I ask.
But
Help
the
me,
folks
help
over
you,
here,
help me, help you.
they perform an amazing service. Show them some gratitude. Show them some grace. Yes, me. She is a troublemaker, undoubtedly.
I am a troublemaker.
Hey, Jenny. Good morning.
And listen, most of the time, 99% of the time, if I'm saying something, it's not a personal jab
Right.
at you. It's because I'm actually looking out for you.
There are.
I can see where people could take me the wrong way. I say it all the time. I'm
Me too,
not
Nana.
easy to live with. And I think that people misunderstand me, and maybe my tone is not the best sometimes, and I've been called a condescending bitch and whatever, but
Crusher of dreams.
but crusher of dreams. But
Oh,
my
no.
heart is in the right place, and if you don't like me, you don't like me, and I'm okay with that. But I do ask that before you go on a rant behind my back, approach me to my face, please, or send me an email or a message or something. At least have that common courtesy, and do that with other people too. I try to have that with other people.
I'm gonna interrupt you real quick.
Same courtesy.
Okay, and I'm going to interrupt you because you said something. And then Roxilla just said something. Tiger,
Yeah.
if you were doing something dumb, will I tell you?
Absolutely not. You sit there and giggle at me.
No, all seriousness, please.
No, you would. You would.
If I'm trying to instruct you on something and you're over there doing your own thing and I'm like, slow down, stop. I need you to listen because I'm trying to help you. Hey, Ringmaster Ray,
Yep.
we're both Navy brothers. Is it
Yep.
or is it not my responsibility to honor you? But to honor you, I have to hold you accountable. Sometimes that's going to be by telling you things you don't want to hear.
Exactly. And
Friends?
and also on the other end, to have the humility to listen.
And that's hard. That's the hard part.
And it
This
is
is what's
hard.
difficult about this. But I'm going to tell you right now, the service, and I've said this about LiveCoin Q&A. LiveCoin Q&A has done a lot. The members on that panel have done a lot to help me grow my channel. They've taught me a whole hell of a lot of coins. She's probably lurking in here right now, but Amanda is a very quiet force. If you guys don't understand what Amanda knows in coins, she's a force to be reckoned with.
Yes, she is.
I thought
we
Mark
have,
had told her to
hold on
shut
just a
up.
second. Let me please finish. We have two ladies on right here in this area who are brilliant and are often underestimated because they're women. And in this day and age, that's foolish because it should be what you know, not who you are, not whose friends you are, but what your desire is to get the correct information. I'm asking this, and I'm not asking this from Paula. I'm asking this for the community in general. Okay? There's the old adage, if you don't have something nice to say, don't say it at all. I think that's horse shit. And the reason that it's horse shit is because sometimes you have to say something that's not nice to help somebody. But you can do it with grace. You can do it with
Yep.
tenacity, and you can do it with tact.
Yeah, nobody wants to be attacked
Okay,
or feel
not attacked. You can do it with tact. Okay, difference.
Right. No, I heard
Yeah.
you. I'm
So
just saying that nobody
go ahead.
Yeah, recently I was attacked probably about 4 months ago. I had no idea why. And it was a channel that is not a healthy channel to be in, mentally or emotionally healthy channel to be in. You know, it's very abusive. And I had not been on that channel in almost 2 years. And then all of a sudden I show up with copyright strikes on my channel, and I couldn't figure out why. And but I had also heard and kind of just went back and looked at some streams that some things were said about me that were totally off base, that were totally wrong. You know, Big Red informed me that that was some things that were going on. And then I have a friend in the community who has their own channel also, was a part of that channel for a long time, and then was berated and basically verbally assaulted on that channel. And they did stick up for themselves a little bit. And I was texting that person at the same time this was going on because I'm watching it also. And I said, don't even engage. You know, there's no reason to defend yourself because there's absolutely nothing that you can do that's going to change their mind or to show that you can defend yourself in any way. They're to do whatever they want to do and attack you. The best thing you can do is just not have no contact with them, because it is unhealthy and pretty much a dangerous situation. And that individual was the same one that Ida had a problem with in Tulsa also. So,
Oh,
you know,
ew.
so,
Ew. I know who you're talking about.
oh yeah, oh yeah. Well, and so I watched, you know, one of my friends get drugged through so many lies. It was just unbelievable. And just verbally assaulted right there on that channel. And yeah, it was bad.
Well, that's kind of what happened to me the other day, but
Yeah.
So in this situation, and Ray said something that's really important. Don't engage. Okay, but folks, it's okay to defend. How many military members do we have, present or past? I know the four of us are. But I took an oath. And everybody in here who's a vet, anybody in here who's had a family who's a vet, who's been a diehard true through and through, and I'm not talking American vet. If you are a vet, you served in Canada, you served overseas, it doesn't matter.
yeah.
There is a fundamental truth, and that is to defend against all enemies, foreign and domestic. It's to protect, to have a wingman. It's to have that shipmate. It's to have your brother in arms or your sister in arms. And when it starts going south, say, hey, ladies and gentlemen, this isn't right. You know what? Come on. They've done a lot for the community. Hey, come on. Let's stop this. And if they want to continue it, then leave. I'm not telling you to leave their channel and be all huffy and stuff, but just dismiss yourself gracefully. But say something. I would defend each one of you. And if I ever am in a chat or in a discussion, now I have talked with Tiger, I have talked with Paula. I was like,
That chick over there?
yeah, that one right there. And I've also talked with Ray about some people who are extremely brilliant, and Tiger's going to know exactly what I'm talking about. Extremely brilliant, and if they would stick to what they do, would be amazing channels. Oh, somebody just fell off.
Ray turned
Whoops.
off.
Bye, Ray.
Bye, Ray.
Paula, did you give him that Batman snap?
might have.
Hard?
I might have booted his ass.
But if it's one of those things where a 9 for 9, some people don't, and if you can't, then that's fine. Just gracefully relieve yourself of that situation. I'm going to shift this because I hate that view. Like,
Well, I want to point out something here because you did bring up some of the things that hurt me a little bit after the novelty of my channel took off. I got quite a few people who didn't like the appearance of my hands. They got upset about gloves and all that, and so it's weird. It's this, it's that. And I'm like, wait a second here. How many times have I heard it on other people's channel? This is my channel. I'm going to do what I think is right. And in my situation, I came into this world. Yes, dear. Sorry, wife was asking me for one something to eat. I came into this world. I came in as a creative individual. That was kind of stifled most of my life, and it certainly was stifled in my career. And when I started the channel, I really didn't want to start the channel. I started the channel mainly to help my wife build her channel and then to leave messages for my grandsons that I do love them and that I wanted to give them advice on how to protect themselves because the advice that we give, the advice that I give is eternal because history always repeats itself. But basically, as I chose the name and as my creativity came back to life, which I thought was dead, Tiger was born, and I've got videos that are completely not informational. That's just all humor. Most of it's directed towards Yankee stacking, but a lot of it's just directed in general, just to have fun. And some of them are shorts and all that, but a large section, the much larger section of my videos are to teach how to protect yourselves and how to look after yourselves. And some of them are just unboxings and gratitude videos where I thank the people that have affected me. And yes, I enjoy the character. I enjoy playing the role. It's just a little bit of fun. It's a stress reliever in a world where I'm a husband, I'm a father. I have a son that's not doing right by me and my wife. I take care of a lot of really sick people and I deal with a lot of bad politics. So if I enjoy the character, who am I hurting? I'm still accomplishing my mission of teaching and leaving good information and trying to stack to protect my wife. And what is so wrong? And my attitude towards people like that is, if you don't like it, there's other channels. And it took me a while to get there. Frosty helped me get there, and a couple others to help me get there. Yeah, and I like the other channels and I respect the other channels, and I have a great time. In fact, after my friendship with Frosty started, I started realizing he's the first person who could talk to me about coins and about the nuances of coins, and I wasn't bored because he's actually funny. Don't tell him I said that. So then it developed into starting to like someone. Uh, Someone who I never met before and always wanted to say hi to you. So hi, Paula. So
she just went to get coffee. She had a telephone call. She'll be right back.
What she get? She getting Starbucks? I like Starbucks.
I'll take a caramel macchiato, tall, please.
Yeah, Miss Coin Crew, exactly. You started my own channel. Miss Coin Crew actually told me when I was trying to figure out how to grow my channel, she's like, do you, right? Do what you want to do. And I'm like, Well, yeah, it's kind of my channel. I mean, if I do what everybody else wants me to do, I'm going to totally lose the whole purpose of me starting the thing. So, and again, it's like, now, Tiger, there have been some things that we talked about as far as the utilization of AI and doing some stuff and toning certain pieces down. And there are things that you can do to maintain that, but you've already established that. People know who you are. So we've worked through those things.
Yeah, but
But-
I always got that decision beforehand. You just reinforced what I was already thinking.
Right. But this is where we have conversations, right? Talking to Miss Coin Crew. And Miss Coin Crew really helped me when I came in, right? Guiding me and saying, hey, there are certain pockets of things that you want to stay away from. And that really helped me. And as I've kind of grown as a channel, I've seen what they've talked about in certain areas. And I've always taken that to heart. But I was trying to do so many things and be like everybody else. And I was struggling. And I'm like, I was growing fast because people liked the way I was doing stuff, but it was just more of the same. And I kind of just flat. There was nothing there. And she goes, just do you. It's like, well, I kind of like jokes and laugh and do that kind of stuff. Then she goes, do it. Right? Do it. And so I tell my dad jokes and I post that stuff and I do if somebody that I admire in the acting realm or the collecting realm or somebody like James Earl Jones, right? A numismatist. A lot of people didn't know he was a coin collector, but he was Vader. He was the voice of our childhood, right? Like I wanted to take time and honor those kind of things, but do that. That's what makes my channel my channel. You guys see all sorts of stuff and you guys like doing that kind of stuff. But there are pieces that, when I talk to Tiger, when I talk to Paula, I'm always doing this the wrong way. When I talk to Ringmaster Ray or other people in the community, it's like, look, I'm seeing something and there's something about it that I want to talk to you about. You know, can you listen to this with a little bit of understanding? I'm not trying to be ignorant. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm seeing something. Sometimes it can be taken really well. Sometimes it's not taken very well at all. But as a friend, it's my responsibility that if I see this stuff to call it out. What I'm asking you guys to do is to talk, right? We all are friends in here. Maybe there's some of you that don't like one another, and that's fine. I'm not asking you to like everybody. But we can all show grace. Grace is the hardest thing to give. It's the easiest thing to get, but it's the hardest thing to give. But when you start seeing these things in the community, we have an opportunity as this community to change some things. Hashtag kindness. We see it in the streams. We see it when we talk certain channels. Politics are absolutely not allowed. Maintain it. Religion is not allowed. Maintain it. Don't do it, right? It's easy. There's certain rules. But Sterner, there's a lot of feuding that's going on. And we don't need to do that. But I'll tell you where a lot of it comes in is people feel threatened. And they feel threatened either because they don't have what they want. They're not getting what they want. It's not going like they want it to. Or, meteorite. Do you guys like the animation? If you do, let me know. I've been playing with this a lot. I like it.
You not like animation?
I'm talking about on the other screen. You can't see all of the animation on your end.
That's right. Frosty's clay.
No, I have it pulled up on the other screen. I'm just having a little fun.
But yeah, there's a lot of feuding that goes on. There's a lot of I wouldn't say bad blood, but there's a lot of people who get really touchy really quick. And if you know that these people are very sensitive, we have people in here who suffer from PTSD. We have people in here who are recovering drug addicts. We have people in here who have issues with being ADHD or autistic.
Or depression.
Yeah, there's a ton of stuff. and I handled something incorrectly, and I had to go back and I had to eat crow, I still haven't resolved it fully because it's one of those things it's a very slow process sometimes. But I handled something incorrectly and I really set somebody off. And it wasn't meant to be. Again, I talk about when I first introduced 949, it was just a miscommunication. Neither one of us were saying anything bad. I just keyed on something and started to take it. But it's not that I'm taking people and I'm not picking on people. If somebody says something in chat and I pick on it, I appreciate you bringing that to my attention. I want to talk about it. But as a community, we have the opportunity to grow some things. And the things that we can grow are each other. We can grow harmony and grace. Right? So we do get tougher skin. Not everybody has that skill set. Hey, here's a great example of this. This is my most hated member. Steve LaPointe, right? It's a joke. A lot of people might not understand that we're joking when I say that. Hey, my most hated friend, how are you? And people are like, why do you guys say that? Why are you doing that? It's like, it's just a joke. It's something that was said and it just stuck. It's something that him and I do every once in a while. But I enjoy Steve. He comes in, he's in a lot of channels. He's a great supporter. He says a lot of neat things. He supports a lot of great people.
He does.
Right. And so there's things that happen. There's jokes that are said. Tiger and I tell some jokes in certain channels I would never tell in others because I don't have the relationships with them. And that's fine. That's getting to know people. That's getting to know your boundaries. These are just things we should do as adults. Well, I'm calling for grace. Well, Sterner, I don't mind people saying dumb stuff. That's cool. But just show grace. Now, again, I'm not picking on anybody in particular. I'm not saying anybody's to blame. The people that have been a part of some stuff, it's all over the place. We've all been a part of something in this community. Just know what you're getting into. Know what you're hearing. And when it starts to get out of hand, do the right thing. Speak up. And if you don't have that, then reach out to somebody else who's in that chat. If you have their phone, or you can IM them or something and say, is it just me or is it getting a little bit whatever in here? No, it's getting a little bit whatever in here. Hey guys, I'm just not comfortable with this conversation. If this is going to be you, then yeah, see, exactly. There he goes. I appreciate you, Steve. Thanks for being a member. Really, I appreciate you. Both him and Red Silver had to buy memberships because they could never get gifted one. They thought I was against them. I know that they think I was against them. But again, it's one of those things where...
Sorry about that.
No, you're good. It's just one of those things where we have the opportunity.
What happened?
Oh, Tiger just read Ray's joke.
What do you call Tiger stack? Oh my God, Ray. You're such a nerd.
Hey, Dirty Water. We were just talking about you, dude.
Jack, my Starbucks.
Jack Young liked your
Starbucks.
Yeah, you went for a coffee run, so I need my caramel macchiato.
No, I went for regular coffee out of my coffee pot, and then Ida called me. And
okay, let me try this again. Dirty Water. Jack Young like your counterfeit. Well, he'll probably want to know more about those.
Oh, I've got pictures I can send him to.
Yeah, so keep in contact with Paula because that's he was like, I hadn't seen that. Tiger, thanks so much.
I sent him an email. I think we sent him an email.
10 gifted memberships. Thanks, Tiger. Save here
You're
first. Ashes. Charles Latre, 7 stacks. PH Ringer. Adam Crawford, Seth Ruben Slayer, and Andrews Northwest Coins. Oh, and Happy Bears. Congratulations on getting memberships. Much appreciated. All right, folks. Well, hey, I'm not going to belabor this anymore. I just wanted to take today and talk about some amazing people that got together and did something that I want to do. And I want to make sure we start doing if you have the opportunity. Again, if you're in Southern Texas, !email, Tiger, don't do it.
Well, my goal for this week, one of my goals for this week also is to hang out with Matt and EC because I'm in Houston. So I'm gonna try to get in contact with them. We'll hang out and go to dinner too. So that's my goal.
And that's awesome. That's awesome. So again, if you're in the area, please do me a favor. Reach out, say hi. Let me know you're around. Teacher, freaking awesome. Let's get together and have lunch. Right? Let's stay connected. And let's build those relationships, because again, the more we can do that, the more we can have an impact on our society. And we may not be able to change the world for everybody.
We'll be on this Monday, and then we're going to be off until after the new year. We're redesigning some stuff and everything, but we'll be back bigger and better than ever, hopefully. Hopefully.
Ray, Tiger, you got any closing remarks?
No, but I just had a incredible time with Tiger. I'm so grateful to be able to spend some time with him and get to know him, and hope he's my way more often.
Me too. Me too. Ray's actually a better looking person in person than he is on the computer. You know.
You know when Ray looks
your
good?
ass, though, when you're around him.
You know when Ray looks good? When you close your eyes.
Only for women.
Well, it's those little birdies that are nested in his beard. It's good appetite at restaurants. But no, but keeping with what you were saying, if you get yourself caught up into a lot of garbage, and one of my first mentors was and still is Yankee. He told me stay out of the gobbledygook. Stay out of all the negativity, because that'll drag you down. That'll drag your channel down. But I also keep in mind something, and sometimes I need to be refreshed because I'm human too. Don't tell anyone. Is that I focus when things get crappy. I focus on why did I start this channel in the first place? What was my missions? And when I focus on the mission, if it doesn't fit in the mission, it's not important. So in my case, the first mission was to help my wife learn how to do her YouTube channel better. That's not an easy task. Second one was to leave messages for my grandsons that they're loved, despite the fact that my son won't let us see them, that they are loved. Third mission was to leave loads of messages to them on how to protect themselves monetarily, because when I'm gone, I'm sure that we're not going to have a perfect country still. And they're going to have to learn how to take care of themselves and their families. And also then by doing that, to teach everyone in the YouTube channel. It's kind of weird because my camera's backwards. But basically everyone in the YouTube world, how to take care of themselves and their families and their children and their families. And I stick with that mission, and anything that falls outside of that mission is not important. And if you look at your mission, what is your reason for being here? If it's not fitting into the mission that you have set for yourself, and it's pulling you away from it, it's not important. So,
yeah.
Paula, any words of wisdom before we leave?
Nope. Just be kind to each other. That's all. See something, say something. Stand up for your friends. Be on the right side of right.
So Tiger only needs like 2 subs to get to 1,600. So if I can get you guys to do me a favor, go over and sub up Tiger Stacker, please. To put the link there in.
You want more words of wisdom? Hashtag blame Paula.
Hashtag blame Paula. That's my favorite. That's my favorite. Hashtag blame Paula. I'm okay with that. If you're being mean to me, that means you're leaving somebody else alone. So I should be okay with that.
Well, let's go ahead and fire him up over off to 1600. Ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you being gracious with me today and allowing me to talk about this, allowing us to come together and have a discussion that is not an easy one. A lot of the people, thank you guys for getting him to 1600. A conversation that's not easy to have. And it's one that a lot of people won't address. But I want you guys to know I'm about network, I'm about my community, and I'm about doing what's right for other people. Integrity above all else. Honor, commitment, and courage. Okay? Tiger says, think not what you can do for yourself, but what you can do for your country.
Service
Okay? We hear that all the time from Kennedy. There's a lot of things that we can do. And grace is the number one thing. It's the easiest thing to do. So, Ray's on here twice. All right, folks.
Oh.
Well,
Okay, love you guys. Bye.
love you, Paula. All right, folks. Well, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go spend some time with my wife, enjoy the rest of her birthday weekend. RMR, Tiger, thanks so much for coming up and hanging out with me. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for the opportunity to share my heart, to give you guys some insight. Take it for what it's worth. Okay? Everything I say is completely up to you. Don't take me at Scotch rights. You do what you need to do for yourself. But please remember, grace goes a long way. All right, folks. Love you. Be well, be blessed. And I will see you guys in the streams. Take care.